You think the moment a trustee signs a resignation, they're out. They're not. The bank still has their signature on file. The board still has them on record. And the law still has them on the hook. The step almost everyone forgets is walking the new trustee into the bank before the old one leaves. And skipping it is what keeps a resigned trustee personally liable. If you've been following this trustee series, you already know how a trustee qualifies and how they operate. This is the part nobody walks you through, how one actually leaves without leaving a mess behind. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what a clean resignation requires, what the bank needs from you, what the letter has to say, and the one situation that keeps a former trustee liable long after they thought they were done. We're going to look at the actual resignation protocol from a trust indenture and walk it line by line. Here's the exposure most people never see coming. A resignation isn't a feeling and it isn't a conversation. Until the right documents move to the right people in the right order, or the resigning trustee still carries the liability. Banks still treat them as the authorized signer. The board still counts them as serving. That gap, the days or weeks between I'm done and it's recorded, is where risk lives. So let's close it. A trustee, courtesy, or successor trustee can resign without permission from a court and without a prior judicial accounting, unless the Board of Trustees demands that accounting. You don't need a judge blessing the step down. What you need is to follow the indenture, so the resignation actually takes effect and actually releases you. The indenture lays out steps specifically to assure the Board of Trustees that everything was handled properly. This is the operational heart of the resignation, and it's the part people skip. The preferred move is simple and almost nobody does it. The resigning trustee brings the new trustee to the bank before departing. A face-to-face introduction to the bank personnel the outgoing trustee dealt with most assures the bank that the trust group is sound and formal. Handing a copy of the resignation directly to the bank staff erases any uncertainty about who has authority now. If the bank never meets the new trustee and never sees the resignation, the bank keeps treating the old trustee as the signer, and that's a mistake that quietly creates liability. The resignation isn't a one-time form you file and forget. It's the evidence that the handoff happened when it was supposed to. Now, the document itself. A resigning trustee gives a verbal or written status of their duties so the trust can keep functioning without an undue interruption, and then presents the formal letter of resignation. That letter isn't a formality. It is the record that protects them. Here is what the indenture requires it to contain, and I want you to see how specific this gets. Number 1, the party the notice is addressed to. Number 2, the name of the trust. 3, the resigning trustee's position. 4, any specific reason for the resignation. 5, acknowledgement that the successor is taking their place. 6, how to reach the resigning trustee. 7, the date of resignation, not fewer than 10 days after notice is given, on which the resignation becomes effective. 2 details decide how the letter gets handled. If the trustee signs financial documents and banking papers, notarize the resignation, even though the banks may not require it, because they already have the officer's signature on file. If the trustee does not sign financial documents, receipt by the executive secretary is enough. Then the resigning trustee delivers the notarized resignation to at least one other trustee or to the executive secretary, and whoever receives it signs an acknowledgement of receipt. This list, it might make you want to sit up. The resigning trustee or courtesy remains liable until they deliver the status report, complete the accounting if the board requested one, and the board accepts the resignation. Signing the letter doesn't end your liability. Delivery and acceptance do, and the board can refuse to accept a resignation for specific reasons recorded in the minutes or in a formal letter back to the resigning trustee. Keep the letter in the trust records, because trustees may need to present it to confirm the current roster to a third party with a valid need to know. Here's one situation that catches people, and it's the most dangerous one. What if a trustee just leaves and never writes a letter of resignation? It happens more than you think. Somebody walks away, stops showing up, considers themselves gone. The trust isn't stuck, but the exposed person is. When a trustee leaves without a letter, you enter the trustee's last date of performance into the minutes. Then one of the officers writes a statement of resignation and the trust protector signs it and has it notarized. That's the mechanism. That closes the gap from the inside. But listen to the cost. Without their own letter of resignation, that trustee remains liable until the trust protector signs the resignation on their behalf. So the person who walked away thinking they were free is actually the most exposed person in the entire video, depending on someone else to sign them out. If this is the first time anyone has shown you that resigning and being released are two different things, that's the whole reason this channel exists. I tell you all the time, subscribe. You might be new watching this video, and if you're watching this video and clicked on the thumbnail, it's because you have a trust, you're interested in privacy or protecting your assets or not going through probate or all of the benefits that a trust provides. So subscribe, because I'm gonna show you everything that you need to know on this channel and then some, like I'm doing right now. On this channel, we're gonna take you past what a trust is and into how it actually runs day to day. We'll go more into all that in a second. Subscribe right now and watch this video all the way through, because the resignation protocol only protects you when you follow it in order. Like I said, join the school community waitlist where the people building these structures work through the real administration side by side instead of guessing alone. All this comes from doing this the right way and in the right sequence. And these are the tools that keep you in sequence. So picture where you stand right now. You know that a resignation isn't a feeling, it's a delivered and accepted document. You know to walk the new trustee into the bank before you leave, to notarize the letter when financial authority is involved, to keep extra copies for the overlapping dates. And you know walking away without a letter leaves you exposed until the trust protector signs you out. But a resignation only finishes half the story. Subscribe right now, hit the like bell, and smash the bell. Subscribe, we need to see you again. This is the only channel on YouTube putting it down like this. You go find the resignation letters for your trust. Right now, once you finish with this video, I want you to put in the search, YouTube search, trustee resignations, and then I want you to comment below what pops up. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.